more rain for the Pacific Northwest and Southeast. Otherwise, pretty calm across the country. Meteorologist Chuck Heaver joins us for a look. Chuck, it looks like a mild trend in terms of temperatures for most of the country is in our near future.
All right, first of all, let's take a look at our drought monitor to see where we're at in the country. So you can see, obviously, in the center part of the country, that exceptional drought continues. But over in eastern Michigan, again, we have moderate to dry drought for sure there. Center part of the country, exceptional. And same with down in Florida. We have some dry and moderate conditions down there. And then, of course, the western half of the country still remains either dry to moderately dry. Hopefully, we'll put a dent in that. We're going to see temperatures, though, over the next week much above normal over in the east, and we have some cold air moving in from Canada, and that'll bring temperatures down below normal out to the west. So it's a little bit of a seesaw here, but we're going to see that cold air slowly migrate its way across the country. And precipitation-wise next week, above normal for the Great Lakes area, and actually most of the eastern half of the country below normal down to the southwest. Just take a look here, up especially into the Great Lakes. We're going to see a little storm push through, but overall the country is going to be relatively quiet. And you can see all of the Arctic air is pushed up into Canada. And that is why the country remains relatively mild. Now, this will come down. You'll see here a lobe of it will come down into the west, and that'll bring colder air there. That'll kind of cut itself off and then work its way off to the east, bringing a shot of colder air down into the Great Lakes later in the week, and then into the northeast near Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. But then look at this, a zonal pattern again, still very mild for this time of the year. Here's a precipitation forecast. Most of this is in association with a storm that'll bring a cold front through, and then of course a cold front through down in the southeast. As I mentioned before, there'll be some precipitation off to the Pacific Northwest, and then you can see here it's going to add up a little bit down into the southeast. Especially we could see precipitation totals 3 to 5 inches. All right, what about snow? Of course, up in the Appalachians we're going to see some. Out in the west, we're going to see some in the Mountain West, and then of course further up in Canada. And then here's Monday, February 13th. There's the cold front I was talking about that pushes through on Wednesday. That'll bring some precipitation along that, and then a storm down to the south that'll push along and bring some precipitation up to the East Coast. Okay, that is it for your forecast. Now we're going to toss it back to Tyne.
Thanks, Chuck. Well, USDA's latest report revealed some revisions to Argentina. That's due to weather, but also made some cuts to demand in the U.S. So how does it change the entire supply and demand picture? Arlen Suderman and Brian Basti join me next.